Hey guys, welcome to Thumb Therapy. You're about to watch our final verdict on the Order 1886, whether we give it a thumbs up
or a thumbs down.
Which in your case, it's probably going to be a thumbs down.
Maybe. Okay, so, story. What do we think?
You know, I liked it. It wasn't perfect, by beyond any means, but it was good. I found there was a lot there that they didn't completely delve into, but I mean, we can obviously see a lot of sequels, which, let's be honest, that's the fact that it was a very short game and the way they ended it, which is something I'll get into. You know that they're setting up at least a trilogy of games for this series.
Absolutely. Like, this is the Killzone of the PS4. If anyone remembers when Killzone 1 came out back on the PS2, it was not the most well-received game on the market. It was okay. It was, I wouldn't say mediocre, but it wasn't great. And then we got Killzone 2, which had one of the best gunplay mechanics ever introduced into gaming, and it was gorgeous. And then Killzone 3 perfected the gameplay of the guns, didn't perfect the story, but it tried. And then Killzone Shadowfall was just a pile of shite.
We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that game. No, it's a bad game.
And then the ending, it was just very cliffhangery. It's you know, I mean, it tied up a lot of loose ends, but there's just so many more questions I had at the end of the game.
Yeah, this is the version of Lost in a video game. By the end of the season, yeah, you got a lot of answers, but you were left with a lot more goddamn questions. One of the things about the ending that I wasn't a fan of and a fan of was the fact that they tried to bring in that bittersweet approach of killing a brother kind of thing. I'm not going to say who you're killing. We're going to go with Sir Douchebag. That's what will be his name, so avoid the spoiler cast. But anyway, you have to kill Sir Douchebag in a very glorious manner, and it seems so emotional. It was very... I don't know what the word I was looking for there. Yeah. It was a very important word. The ending to the game was very similar. That could be the word. I don't think it's the word, but I think that's the word. The ending was very similar to Infamous 2, when you play the bad side of Cole and you have to kill Zeke. Oh, it's so beautiful.
What?
Oh my god, I don't know. No. If you haven't played that damn game by now, you are wrong as a human being.
Infamous 2, The Walking Dead Season 1. I mean, there's a lot of games that just take you into...
What happens at the end of Walking Dead Season 1?
Yeah. Anyways, I'm not saying who dies, but again, there's a lot of games that have taken this approach, and the Order just didn't have that same feel, because you were close with this character. You didn't build an entire relationship throughout the entire game with this character. So when it gives me the option to shoot him, I'm like, okay, bang. But
I think I spent, in total, an hour of knowing this person.
Yeah.
In real game time and real time in general. Like, just an hour is all I got to know this guy, and then I blew Sir Douchebag's brains all over the floor. It was awesome.
So Josh, how long was it for you?
About 8 to 9 hours. You know what I'm talking about. It's a penis. If I remember some of the Evolve video, if you ever watched it, I did say, does it have a penis? I did not know at that moment in time that the Order actually had 2 penises. 2 penises? Yeah, 2 peni.
The penis were there. They were very flaccid and
in your face.
Not circumcised.
Alright, gameplay. What'd we think?
The gameplay, to me, was probably the weakest point of the game. Not that it was terrible, it's just, it is not next-gen mechanics.
Yeah, it was very structured, very familiar. Like if you played any of the like original Resident Evil games or any horror survival games, you're very used to that letterbox. If you played the Gears of War franchise or any other shooter out there, you're used to the cover-based system. Hell, even Killzone brought in the cover-based system. Granted, they did it a little better than most, I would say. But yeah, it's very familiar gameplay. It doesn't really excel in anything except for the guns. I loved the guns of the Order 1886. There was so much cool scientific crap going on around there because your guns are being made by my man, Nikola Tesla. Oh, that guy's a champ.
Way better than Thomas Edison.
Screw you, Edison, you douche. Quick time events. Oh. Everyone is griping with the QuickTime events. I have one thing to say about QuickTime events, and it's very, very good in response. Why are you surprised? It is done by Ready at Dawn and Santa Monica Studios, the guys behind God of War, the king of QuickTime events. What are you shocked about, and why is this game getting more harp about it than anybody else? There's no justification for this game getting bad reviews based on QuickTime events. Just because people don't like them anymore doesn't mean they are bad.
True.
They're annoying, but they're not bad. One thing I would love to see in this game, because you're playing with 4 characters, but you only play as one other douchebag, Sir Galahad. I guess I can name him because it's not a spoiler.
You didn't like Galahad?
He was angry the entire game.
Yeah, but he was still cool.
He was Batman in 1886.
He was Batman.
You literally beat the shit out of somebody like Joker, and it's like, where is it? What? You literally do this. They copied it straightforward.
Everybody likes Batman.
Well,
way better than Superman.
Well, I think most of Gotham, in terms of villains, don't like Batman. I just have to say that much. But, going back to the 4 players, I would love to have seen at least a 2-person co-op.
Co-op would be nice.
That would have been fantastic. That and a little more exploratory of the world. And we'll get into aesthetics.
I would say to date, one of the best looking games on the PS4.
There will only be one game that looks better. Uncharted 4. Naughty Dog. So, game was absolutely gorgeous. It drawback distance to go see the rest of the world. Amazing. The architecture, the artistry to it, it was all beautifully craftedly done. And that is the game's biggest fault. The fact that they spent so much money and time and effort onto this great world with this small team that they didn't draw the game out longer. Like, I was playing Dragon Age, which was a great looking game. Not as good looking as The Order.
Granted.
But I played for 20 hours and I got out of the prologue. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Dragon Age or the Inquisition is, what, 4 Call of Duty games long?
The prologue alone is the length of 4 Call of Duty campaigns.
Yes. That's just sad. Sad. This goes back to our price point argument, but we've said that enough. Big point that we didn't like.
Mirrors. You brought it up in Dying Light. I'll bring it up in this game. There are mirrors, and yes, Dying Light, they took the cheap way out. It was literally a still image, but...
No, I'd rather them not even done.
No reflection. You see, the mirrors, you know, everything looked nice, but you go up to a mirror and it's like, am I a vampire? Am I, like, you don't see yourself.
I never even noticed there was mirrors. I didn't.
One flaw.
I never even saw
I mean, if we're actually, like, just breaking down everything graphics, like, that was the one aesthetic thing that you took the time to do everything else.
Yeah.
Put in reflections. It's been, what, 10 years since we've had that technology?
Maybe longer.
Yeah.
All right, final verdict. What did we think? Thumbs up, thumbs down, in-betweener?
I'm giving it a thumbs up. Thoroughly enjoyed, you know. I'm a big story guy, and that's what carried it along. Yeah, there were some things that I was like, could have been better, but I loved the story. It looked great. And I mean, you know, I love games like The Last of Us, which wasn't very long. Uncharted weren't very long games. So the time frame didn't really bother me. It wasn't 5 hours long. Disregard, you know, the very first posting of the time. It's not that short.
No.
I mean, unless you literally, you know, just speed through it. You know?
I'm going to give the game a thumbs up as well. It was gorgeous. It had pretty fun gameplay. It was nowhere near as bad as people said it was. Maybe it's the fact that everyone said this game was a pile of shit, and I went in going, it's going to be a pile of shit. And then it turned out to be better than a pile of shit. It was a nice pile of shit with a few rose petals sprinkled around. Yes, it still had shit in it, but it smelled pretty.
That's important.
That's all that matters.
Always spray, people.
Always spray. Febreze your shit. Makes the world a better place. Don't believe what the other people have said. Don't believe what we've said. It's your opinion. Go play the fucking game yourself.
Yeah, Tim.
We're looking at you, dude.
Game still sucks!
Motherfucker! Thanks for watching our video of the review of The Order 1886. Stay tuned for whenever we do our prodcast. So yeah, stay tuned for the prodcast. We don't know exactly when we do it because we've had a few technical difficulties in life. I will not go into that because it sucks on my end. So yeah, We are going to have the
Taking a
Kirby
bite.
review coming up next week. I believe on Tuesday, Wednesday, a day. We're going to have it on a day. You'll figure
On
it out.
a day of the week.
A day, a singular day, not on both days, not on 2 days, not on 3 days, just one day.
If you want to watch that video regardless, clickety-clack that subscribe button so you are notified whenever we do put it out. And you can check out all of our other content at thumbtherapy.com.
Even though we have no other content besides videos at this point.